It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Tonight we're on to week 2 in the NFL season as we've got a good one here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones, and he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Nick Bolton there on the tackle.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Second and 15. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. This one swung out here to Jones. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? It's who are the freshest guys.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Yetur Gross-Matos in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And taken right on the 30. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, this defense for the Chargers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Here we go. Here we go.
From the 45 on second down. Mond. Under pressure is Mond, and he'll go down. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The Chiefs had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
22 yards there, a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up, because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well.
Prescott off play action. On the move to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Prescott now. And this one is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Losers in the season opener on Sunday, they get that quick turnaround 96 hours later. Here we go, they're back at it. And I've got to think, especially early in the year, that's a good thing for these guys, is it not?
It absolutely is, and we've seen it many times demonstrated over the years. Teams have a rough opening game, have to play the Thursday game. That quick turnaround allows them to go ahead and throw the other game out, focus on the new one, and typically they play much better in game 2, so I would agree with you totally on that.
Man, he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on second and long, but now you still have to deal with third and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now Mon. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chandler Jones, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Charger drive about to get going. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. Prescott. Out route. He finds his man. It's Jones. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Jones. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 40-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go again to Jones. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be 3rd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. Stuck for a loss by Christian Barmore.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Thielen with his first catch, and it's a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
A throw down the field, caught by his running back. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 33 yards that time.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
We've got 47. 47.
Prescott to throw it. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now we've got a 3rd and goal situation. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Here's Jones. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, but still a decent ways from the end zone now on 4th and goal. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. The kick by Fairbairn is good. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. And he'll go out of bounds, but 10 yards inside of enemy territory at the 40. Great return.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Come on,
4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. Now a first down carry for Harris. And some room to run now. And he's taken down inside the 30. That one good for 12 yards and a Kansas City first.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They go play action here. Mon. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Harris running straight ahead. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Bond going to throw it. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
The kick by Bass is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front in a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Prescott now on second down. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. Well, he's a diminutive receiver, Charles. Not a ton of size, but still able to bring that in against double coverage.
I think that's a great job by him of understanding angles, because you mentioned his size. He's not going to go over the top of someone or body someone out of the way. He's got to make sure he creates enough space for himself by getting people to the wrong spot on defense, moving them with his body, and then showing his numbers to the quarterback to be open.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run, getting through one tackle. Gosh, he winds up getting 8 there. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Play action now. Prescott. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
On the ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Let's go.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Mond. This will be caught by Brown. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Mond looks to throw. Flushed out right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one at this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines.
Here we go.
You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. On first down, here's Mond. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Bass is good, and the lead stretches to 9. It's now 12-3. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The final adjustments taking place here for both of these squads. They're about ready for the second half in Kansas City. And for the call, we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Again, it's Harris on second down. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third.
Red, cycle. Right. Let's go.
Here's Mond. Open man is Denzel Mims. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion. But give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Third down from the gun, it's Mond. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Room here to run. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs are in for 6. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The Charger drive about to get going. The opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
47.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. No touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen, a completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
They hand this off to Harris, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Okay,
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. He'll drop to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. keeper. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Only needed a few inches to pick it up and get behind your center and burrow forward like he did.
And remember what the GMs have told us? We build an offensive line starting with our center, the guy who can make all the line calls and also move those big defensive tackles in order to pick up first downs.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. He'll look to throw. He finds his tight end, Gentry. So that'll be no better than an incompletion at its second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. On the give, this is Harris. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down.
Ready, ready, ready.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Marquise Brown with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chiefs are in for 6. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And the Chiefs are going to get him. T.J. Watt, the all-pro, in there to take him down.
Just another standout play from the best pass rusher in football. Last season, worked for the ages, tied the single-season sack record, and unsurprisingly, won the Defensive Player of the Year for the league.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Prescott. is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, standing just about on his own goal line. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that one didn't accomplish a whole lot. It'll be down inside the 35-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And they run with Harris off the option. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 70 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Harris, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. So, Charles, the bad taste from that opening week loss, that's just a memory now. This has been a very strong performance as they score once again.
Yeah, I know it's only week 2, but you're exactly right because this team felt like they let one get away in the opener. And not only were they determined to not let the same thing happen here, they knew that they had to correct a bunch of things. So everything went wrong in game 1. They took care of business with it in game 2.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Prescott off play action. That is caught by Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. T.J. Watt, his second sack of the night.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Chargers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Here's Prescott. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation points, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Mon. This is taken in by McBride. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain there of 21 yards.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Harris, his second touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Play fake. Here's Prescott. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Throwing, Prescott. And the Chiefs are going to get him. T.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. He's going to wind up and air it out. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Tavon Young. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. An option handoff given to Harris. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here, and our score is going to stay right where it is. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Back to it after the pick six. Prescott. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll try the right side with Harris. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but from both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you know